sponge,
Yeah,
and it falls
like that
apart
way
like a
anyway.
concrete. It does. It just
Yeah.
delaminates. So this is a really, really good roofing system. You've got the best shingles you can have. You've got architectural shingles. They call those 30-year shingles, which there's no such thing in Florida, but they are good shingles.
That's good to know.
So between the shingles and the actual roof decking, it'll take a lot of water to come in here and cause any damage. There, I've got a picture of one of these boards that's split and broken. You know, it looks bad in the picture, but it's not that significant. You
Okay.
can just scab a piece of board over it.
Okay.
And unless somebody walks over there, that's
Yeah.
correct. Unless somebody walks over there and starts dancing, it's not going to come.
I will not dance on this
Do
side.
not
Are you
dance
sure
on the
you're
roof.
you're not going to fiddle on the roof?
Fiddler on the roof.
Not one of those.
I caught that. This is the compressor unit. The only issue with this is it needs to actually be secured to the floor.
Okay.
They use L brackets. That's an event so nobody steals it and so nobody tips it over, which I doubt seriously is going to happen with this big guy.
It is a nice unit.
Yeah, it's straight tool. I don't know what happened here. We don't like to see cracks in walls.
Yeah, I didn't like to see that. I noticed on the bathroom as well, it goes down the same side.
Exactly right.
Like the bathtub.
So this is possibly structural. The best I'm not a structural engineer. The best I can tell you is to get this sealed and keep an eye on it to see if it keeps happening. If it does, you might have a problem with trees, soil settlement. Florida is nothing but sand.
Yeah.
It's not very stable soil. It's always moving. So this is something I would definitely keep an eye on. The shower inside here, I put a moisture meter on the shower tiles. There is moisture behind the tiles.
Okay.
It's not to the point where the tiles are falling off in my hand and I'm not pushing on the wall and it's pushing back, but I would definitely get that regrouted at least.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you're thinking about redoing the showers, yeah, you're not wasting money by doing it.
See? Too many Mike Home episodes.
You need to get these repainted.
Yeah, we noticed that too.
We now have bare wood. You
Bare
don't
wood is
ever
not
want bare wood.
Strip it down.
Water starts getting in there and then you have all kinds of issues. Missing the soffit panel here.
Oh, place for friends to come in.
That's a piece of panel that has to be replaced. They do sell that at the Home Depot and Lowe's as well. Anytime you have wood sitting in the dirt, not a good idea. You want it up so you don't have termites coming in, so you don't have water damage. Alright? So make sure you scrape that dirt away from there.
Okay.
You need a door handle on your screen door so kids don't get back here and accidentally get into the pool enclosure. You do have some finish damage to the swimming pool itself, the shell itself.
Okay.
It's older, it's starting to wear, you're starting to get some pitting. It doesn't look like anything immediate needs to be done, but I would definitely put that on your list of things to do is get this shell refinished.
Okay.
That's
Once
what we
you
call
start
waste.
to lose finish surface, you then begin to absorb water into the actual concrete shell itself.
Okay.
So that's something to put on your to-do list for sure. I had trouble starting up the pump. He came out, fiddled with it for a few minutes and got it going, but it did not prime automatically. So although it's working now, my concern is we turn it off, we come out to turn it on again, we have the same issue. He had to bleed off some pressure. That might be fixed, but you shouldn't have to do that. It should go on just automatically by itself. These boots are starting to rust. These are your support beams for your rear porch. This is not out of control right now. This is definitely probably going to have to be painted, sealed, if not replaced. Once the boots go, these start to swing. They
Right.
start to swing back and forth. You don't ever want that situation. As I mentioned, none of your GFI receptacles are operational. And you're missing lids. These are energized, you've got power, you just don't have any GFCI protection. So I'm actually simulating a trip right now and it's not.
Okay.
These should have tripped the actual primary in the garage. You also need these lids put back on, especially in a swimming pool area. People have got wet hands, they're
Moisture,
washing around, they're standing against the wall. This door here, I was not able to open this door because the slide bolt works on the top but doesn't work on the bottom, so I'm not able to open this door. environment. So if you're in the pool and the big screen TV falls in, you're watching the game, you've got no electrical protection. But they are both functional. The motor needs to be bonded. These wires, these are ground wires. The motor should have been bonded. Right here is where the clamp goes. So that needs to be done. That's grounded, but that is not. You need a plastic cover in here, so if you reach in with wet hands to turn the pump off, you don't get electrocuted. It's just a small plastic cover. These are your light switches, and they're off. This is your natural gas heater. Obviously, it's not working. He has the gas off. Tank in pretty bad condition and not functional.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on its side.
Yeah, I'm assuming they just removed that
They
one.
probably disabled that when they put the solar panels on. The solar panels are leaking,
Yeah.
not significantly, but I could definitely see some water coming out of one of the panel pipes, so that's going to have to be looked at by a swimming pool guy.
Okay.
Solar panels can be expensive if they have to be replaced. I didn't see that the panels were in bad shape. They looked like they were in fairly good shape, but we want to get any leaks fixed. Be very careful where you walk.
Yes.
Tree branches we've discussed a few times obviously have to come off the roof. The fascia damage back there is carpenter bees. You see the holes in the fascia?
Yep.
That's carpenter bees. The bees go in, she takes a right turn, and she starts to tunnel through the boards, and then she lays her eggs in there.
Okay.
This is the main water shut-off to the house. This turns all the water off at one time to all the house. Every single toilet and sink has its own shut-off valve, but a lot of times, since they're not used, you can't even get it open or closed. So this is how you do it. This grounds the plumbing system, and this is undone. This clamp needs to be put back onto this pipe here. Since it's a copper water system, it's metal, runs through the house. This is how you ground it. Alright, so that clamp has to be put back on. This is the main shut-off to the entire house. You have your breaker panel in the garage. Each breaker is designed for bedroom, bathroom, kitchen. This is how you turn everything off all at once, if you need to. It's 150 amp service, which is plenty of power for the swimming pool, the spa, and everything else. Now this is a block home, but these walls up here are framed. You can tell there's no window ledge. When we come across any frame walls, the stucco has to be brought up above grade. You can't have the stucco below grade like it is. So this is a wood wall. Okay. Same with this. It should be cut away 6 inches above ground, so you don't get termites in here, you don't get water. So in the report it'll say wall coverings are below grade. That means these walls. You don't have to do it all the way around the house, but you definitely have to do it on the frame walls. That's as far as it goes. Another lid missing, and not GFI protected. Alright? So be aware of that. You can use these, but just be aware, it's not going to trip if you grab a wire. The door doesn't shut flush.
Okay.
Okay? You may have to put weather stripping on. The door is a little warped. So if you want this to close securely, you're going to have to either get a new door or you're going to have to put significant weather stripping on this door. Okay. Alright? You're so friendly.
How's it going?
Introduce yourself.
How's it going?
Every time we've come here, we have woken you up.
That's alright.
So the damage to the ceiling, the knockdown is just from the humidity from the showers. That's all that is. Tub stopper is not working. Shower diverter is not working. You can get a shower. This is your lever here.
It's working. It pull out for the bathtub and then push in for the knob.
So that needs to be replaced, and be aware that the tub's rusting right around the stopper. A little bit of water behind the tiles, nothing significant. Alright? Any questions on that?
No.
Let's those go into the master.
It's okay, Mama.
These are the other GFIs. Can you hit those lights? Thank you very much. This is the one that should pop out, and it's not at all.
Oh, okay.
So these just need to be replaced. And then I do have some water coming behind the tiles in here as well. It's not terrible. So that's maxed out. That's
Okay.
$9.99. So be aware of that. Normally I can do this on the shower and they just start to fall off. They're not doing that. So be aware you're definitely going to have to regrout if nothing else. I filled up all the sink basins, sink stoppers work, all the faucets are working and not leaking, and there's no water coming underneath the D-traps or the sink basins underneath. So it's pretty high and dry under here.
That's good.
Everything's installed properly. Alright. Missing a closet door.
Yeah.
Keep turning lights on, everybody keeps turning them off. I like to have everything running while I'm doing the inspection, so I make sure that the breakers aren't overheating. Dishwasher's functional, garbage disposal's functional. The range does not have an anti-tip rack on it. It stops it from tipping forward. And the receptacle of the range itself needs to be secured to the wall. It's just hanging out of the wall right now. It just needs to be secured. The microwave's working. The exhaust is working. And this receptacle is not GFCI protected. This one actually is. That one's fine.
Oh.
Why that one's not tied
Take
into
it
here,
off.
I don't have any idea. Ooh, that was close. We don't need that one.
No, but that when that one tripped to get that
Yeah, that actually should have been tied in here.
one. Okay.
That one doesn't need to be. We need
Yeah.
to be GFCI protected within
Right
6
within-
feet of a sink basin or any water area. So I think they just did that one, not this one. Any questions?
Nope.
I'm coming.